You're listening to Fish Grow Plants, a podcast all about practicing and sharing the love of aquaponics, hosted by Logan Schoolcraft.
Hello and welcome to Fish Grow Plants. Today's episode is all about the love of sharing. This story comes to you because of a realization I had the other day. It's always interesting to me how flashes of insight hit me, and this time it came while I was on the front steps eating lunch. No, it's not earth-shattering, but it was insightful. I was just eating my lunch and chatting away when it hit me. This bowl of food is made up of my aquaponic produce. No, it wasn't 100% grown by me, but this bowl of mixed veggies and rice had substantial input from my growing efforts. There was kale, Swiss chard, and watercress I grew that was mixed in with some onions and Brussels sprouts that made this a use-what-you-have stir-fry. It was definitely simple food, but I was struck by the realization that I enjoyed those greens more because I shared them. That lunch on the steps was elevated in my mind because I was not only sharing company, conversation, and ideas with loved ones, but I was sharing healthy, tasty food that I grew. I was now, in a very small way, nourishing those I love in a real physical sense. Thinking back on that specific moment, I feel good, grateful. There's an emotion of love and satisfaction I cannot really put into words, yet I try. Perhaps it fulfills, at least in part, my purpose for why I grow. Being able to share the miracle I witness as seeds turn into beautiful plants and are then transformed into wonderful, healthy food for my family and friends is something deeply empowering to me. Emotionally, it anchors me to the present and helps me express my gratitude for the life, love, and joy that is around me. In a physical sense, I get the pleasure of knowing I did it and that I have the ability and desire to do it again in the future. Who wouldn't want to create amazing moments with those you love most on a regular basis? I know I do, and I will. There may not be any solid, step-by-step how-to takeaway from this story of mine, but if you're currently growing, I encourage you to share anything you've harvested, even if it's just telling someone about what you didn't do so well. I've done plenty of that. And then be conscious of how it makes you feel. Don't worry about doing it right. Just do what feels naturally. After all, the more you share, the better you're going to get at it. Okay, as I was writing about sharing that lunch on the steps, another flash of realization came to me that I felt obligated to share. I realized that this podcast, Fish Grow Plants, is essentially the same concept. Maybe I'm a bit slow. I even have the word sharing in the subtitle, but just taking the time to stop and think about it is magical. I'm blown away, so filled with gratitude I can't express it here. You're taking your precious time to listen to what I have to say, and I want to honor that with every second we spend together. Maybe the lesson here is that sharing creates sharing. Hey, maybe this is a virtuous cycle we should all try to have in our lives and share with others. I'm being lighthearted here, but serious as well. If you start to share, you'll tap into that human need we all have to contribute to others, to give and go beyond ourselves, to connect through our giving, our sharing. Well, I'd like to give you a call to action as this episode ends. Go share something. No, it doesn't have to be about aquaponics or food or anything related to it, although I would think that'd be awesome. Just share. Then share some more. Don't worry about how well you do it, because the more you share, the better you'll get. Just look at me in this podcast. I'm sharing, learning, and growing all the time. I might not be addicted to sharing right now, but I do love it. And if I'm lucky, I've rubbed off a little of my love to share aquaponics with you today. Thank you. Questions? Let me have them. Do you need clarification, more information, or maybe you just have a tangent thought? Send all your thoughts my way. See the website fishgrowplants.com for episode details, or just firing off an email to fishgrowplants@loganschoolcraft.com and I'll get back to you. So, was this episode good, bad, ugly, or other? Let me know. Comment, email, smoke signals, it doesn't matter. I'd love to hear from you. Your feedback is immense, and I'm always grateful for it. Likewise, thank you for taking the time to listen and share your thoughts. Have a wonderful day.
This has been another episode of Fish Grow Plants, the podcast all about practicing and sharing the love of aquaponics, hosted by Logan Schoolcraft.